So it's been a while since I've done like a reading like this. So just for starters, the reason I even pulled these cards out, which is this is the Beyond Lemuria deck. So like I said to myself out loud, because it just came to my mind, something is beneath the surface. And I felt like I needed to get some messages for that, right? And then inside my head, I heard somebody's feeling worthless. I'm like, oh, that's not good. We got some limiting beliefs here. Okay, so I go get my deck and I pull out my phone. I want to go to the camera. I open my phone. Somehow it's on Spotify. I don't know how it's on Spotify. I was not looking at Spotify. And the last song I was listening to was I Alone, and I accidentally had opened the lyrics. And the very, very beginning lyrics are, it's easier not to be wise and measure these things by your brains. So it's not that, maybe that song has a message in it for you. That song's been coming up a lot for me, so I guess maybe this is just a message that's been wanting to come out for a long time, but really it's just that section. It's easier not to be wise and measure these things by your brains. So are we feeling worthless? Are we having some limiting beliefs come up? Are we avoiding looking at something because it's easier to just not, and then to, overthink things, limiting beliefs, who knows? Let's see. I want to know what exactly this message is. If you're here, if you found this, if anything I've said has interested you so far, this is your reading. Stick around and we'll see what Spirit wants to communicate to you today, okay? First things first, the infinite, right? So this is definitely connection from source, right? Connecting to source, from source. This is a call for connection from source. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. So what does this mean? The infinite. This is that, source, infinite potential, highest possible infinity. This is our capacity for power beyond what we see, what we acknowledge, what we know, right? So there's something here definitely reminding you that what is really true is this source connection, divine interconnectivity at play here. I see, this DNA going up is really highlighted to me too. This is very much realizing that our physical form, our physical vessel is not the end-all be-all. Maybe that's important for you. Including your brain. Your brain is not. Yeah, okay. So the violet flame came out. So there's this huge transformation happening. Probably one of the biggest transformations you've ever had in your entire life. Why do I say this? Because the violet flame literally transmutes and alchemizes your entire essence into a new form. So yeah, and you see this, I hear this connection to this infinite potential here. Yeah, you're probably undergoing this process. You see this blue butterfly here, this transformative process that you've been going on. Wow. Man, that's intense, and you're feeling worthless. Let me tell you why you're feeling worthless is because you've cut out so many of the things that made you feel like you, right? You've figured out that what you thought was you isn't you, right? So it's almost like this recalibration. And in this recalibration, we do feel worthless, We have vulnerability. We feel so vulnerable. Are you joking? When we rip off our skin and wait for these lotus blossoms to bloom within ourselves, do you know how worthless you can feel? It does not mean you are worthless. Listen, it means that you are undergoing this stage where you are shedding what isn't you and finding who you are. And you're like, oh, dang, that sucks. This is a hard process. Yeah, but do you know what's on the other side of that? So much. We have sacral chakra, core of creation. Wow. Okay. And this one had come out, gracious receptivity. And I'm noticing this eye right here. So eye symbolism, obviously, but this eye is in the throat. It's all about expression. You're learning to express from this actual infinite potential that you hold. Now, talking about potential, you literally can create your reality. You literally are the one in control, right? That can take charge. I think you are graciously receiving yourself in this transformation. So why do you feel worthless? Why do you have these limiting beliefs that come up? Well, because you're learning what your authentic truth is, and you're learning to receive yourself for the first time. You are learning to create your reality for the first time. You are learning to be vulnerable for the first time. You are learning what it means to be connected to your source for the first time. And you are in this low space because really all you have right now to go off of is that you don't know. And you're receiving yourself. That's something really important for me to know. You feel worthless because you're receiving yourself for the first time. When you receive yourself for the first time, you have to see your flaws. You have to see where you were wrong. You have to see the wrong parts of your story. You have to see the generational curses that you've carried with you for this long. You have to see all of the missteps you've taken. But the beauty is you also get to see the parts of you that are beautiful, that deserve to be transformed, that deserve to be alchemized, that deserve to see this light potential. And it's a hard place to be, but it's a really exciting place to be. And in fact, I've been in those spaces, and those spaces sometimes feel like depression. You know what I mean? Those spaces sometimes feel like burnout. But what it really is, it's this like basically ripping off of our skin in a non-literal way to really get to this pure state of just pure creative energy. And that's who we are, right? So we also have the high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss. The high heart chakra is literally our connection to source, to all others, to, this is like a higher level of compassion, recognizing the divine plan, divine connection. Absolutely wonderful. That's exactly what we're doing. We're receiving this too, this higher heart, radical expansion. Yes. So our heart, not just our heart, our higher heart is expanding. And you see, I don't know if you can see that. She has a giant, hold on. I can't see it in my camera, but she has a giant hole thing here. It's not really a hole, but it's a heart, and it's huge. And this whole thing here, this whole thing is coming out of her heart. This entire dragon is coming out of this heart center. Do you see that? Radical expansion of the heart. So this is gracious receptivity. This is learning to love yourself so deeply and realize your connectivity with spirit so that you can be more compassionate, be open to the truth of yourself and the kind of creation of the rest of your life. This is connecting so deeply with your source that you are able to radically expand and transform yourself. Wow. So something's beneath the surface. One of the first things I thought, what exactly are you not looking at that you need to? I know it's hard to look at these things when we're feeling so vulnerable, when we're still kind of undergoing this transformation. What is right beneath the surface? What is the thing that's making us feel vulnerable and making us feel worthless? Like, what is this pointing to? What is beneath the surface that you need to see or receive or witness? Because there's something there. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. If the card wants to come out, please, Spirit, thank you. Okay. Oh. They keep almost popping out and then they don't. Interesting. I need the right one. What do you need to look at? What do you need to look at? What is limiting you or preventing you from fully receiving yourself? Full spectrum. Fully receiving yourself. Full spectrum. So what am I feeling? I'm feeling like there are some attachments you could say there is an attachment to something. I am feeling for some of you, it is related to like your lineage, your family line, possibly like a generational pattern that was passed down from your mom, from your dad. It is this this part of you that you're needing to break free from in order to fully expand into your truest form, because your truest form is not meant to be held down by these attachments or these flawed beliefs. It was very interesting. I wonder what those beliefs or those like generational curses or whatever these generational blocks possibly, what is that for you? What is that pertaining to? I want to try to get maybe a little more specific for you, which is hard to do with oracle cards sometimes, unless it's like, well, specific decks, but using the same deck, sometimes it's hard to get super in depth, but I'm going to ask Spirit for clarification when we pull this card, obviously. So what exactly is this pertaining to? What is that block? What is that? Whoa. 4 cards, but I like them. I like them. Okay, so we're gonna pull this over, pull this over, pull this over, pull one over, pull some kind of a shame possibly, or guilt tripping. Something I just picked up on. Sorry, there could be some guilt tripping related to this. You feel that shame for it. That's what you need to look at, the shame. Sorry, I will flip over the cards. I just needed to share that. Third eye chakra. She of the Lotus. Star Seer. And crown chakra, the unlimited self. Oh my gosh. Guys, well, you're mirroring me. You're mirroring me right now, just so you know. Anyway, moving on. Third eye chakra. You see, She of the Lotus has her third eye unlocked. Star Seer, third eye. Third eye. Crown chakra. A lot of this symbolism here. And then you also see the crown chakra is like a lotus. She of the Lotus. Crown chakra wide open. All these colors flowing in. This purple and blue. Purple and blue. Person crawling up to this star seer. Wow. Third eye chakra. Guys, you know you perceive information differently than other people. You know you see patterns. You know that you sometimes have received visions, insight. You don't know how you receive that insight. You view the world differently than your family. You view the world differently than the people around you. And you felt shame for that. You felt limited. This is the unlimited self. You felt limited in your own life because of this perspective that you have. This perspective, this ability to somehow, no matter what, keep coming back and adapting through really deep hardship because you are connected to something much greater than yourself. You've always felt that, right? So I say you're mirroring me because this is my experience. This is my experience. These are the generational curses that I'm trying to break right now. Probably how you're getting this message. Spirit's like, yeah, that's the community we're talking to. It's you. So this limiting from you being a full spectrum human, it's because of this shame. It's because of this difference that you feel. It's because you're a psychic, guys. It's because you're psychic. It's because you're a creative. It's because you're a visionary. It's because you have these abilities. It's because you view things differently. It's because you have really good pattern recognition. It's because you are a star seer. You have a pineal perspective. Your crown chakra is opening, coming online. You are a visionary. You're a creative. You have these brilliant ideas that don't seem like how anyone else is thinking. And you feel this sense of shame because they told you since you were young, you just don't understand. It's not like that. You can't do that. It's a sin. You should feel ashamed of yourself, blah, 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 or just simply they don't understand you, right? Wow. Wow, any advice, Spirit, for how we can better clear these blocks? Because it's actually something I've still dealt with. I've been doing things like this for a decade now, and I still have those moments where I feel like this shame creep up, or I feel this like guilt, because that's kind of how my brain was trained. And this is just our brain, right? This is just because it's how we've trained ourselves. But the truth is, we know we're bigger than that, and we're transforming into that. We're actually growing into the full spectrum version of ourselves that receives those insights and actually grounds them in a very healthy way, guys. Like, it's not a problem to be a psychic. It's not a problem to receive messages from spirit. It's not a problem to be a visionary and see patterns in the world that need broken. It's not a problem, and you should not feel ashamed. In fact, I'm so sorry that the people in your life have been limited in their own right and pushed that and projected that onto you when you had no reason to ever be stuck down there. You had no reason to ever be stuck down there. Look at that, ether. The seamless unspeakable. Wow. I am immediately drawn to this mirroring light, this bright light. Look at that. I don't know why I wanted to call it mirroring light, but it's like mirrored, okay? The seamless unspeakable. Not fully related, but this unspeakable word, it's just really making me feel like, you know, you are like literally shamed for sharing some of your perspectives. Literally told, oh, we don't question that. Literally told, oh, you can't question that. Unspeakable. Oh, you can't mention that. Oh, keep quiet. Keep quiet so he doesn't hear. No, we can't talk about that. No, don't let the church people hear about that. They'll think you're crazy and they'll think I'm crazy. The seamless unspeakable. Listen. Any more advice? Any more advice? I understand this experience. Yeah, wow. I'm like imagining someone like zipping their lip and then throwing away the key. You know what I mean? Like locking it. Huh. Any more advice, Spirit, for how we can really move through this and really allow that purifying violet flame to transform it? Communication, co-creation. Right now, through you working on yourself, through you opening your higher heart chakra, right? You are finding like-minded individuals that are reminding you that, hey, they shouldn't be ashamed for this beautiful visionary gift they have, so I shouldn't either. I am who I am. I have these messages for a reason. I know I have this bigger purpose, and I know that the people I surround with myself with also do. And we can connect, and we can understand each other, and we can empathize, and we can recognize that this vision we have, a lot of us have this different vision, and it's important that we make a community and build up a community of this instead of having a community of people full of guilt and shame and self-hatred and victim mindset and all of that. Instead of that, we're coming into this place where we're making a community, we're building and finding friendships and meaningful relationships that actually encourage this visionary mindset, that actually encourage this deeper way of connecting and living in the world that is connected to our source, that is full of this love and compassion. I want to get whatever comes out. I don't care how many Spirit gives me. I'm going to shuffle one more time and get those cards. And we're gonna close out this message with some maybe whatever Spirit wants. Whatever Spirit wants. We have this card coming out, but I feel like that's not the only one. So let's see. Oh, this one wants to. Nope, just this one. I do want to see what's under this for some reason. Fire, Solaris Sublime. Look at that deep transformation. Oh my goodness. And all of those eyes. Oh my goodness, dude. Wow. I think we just needed to see that. Take that as you will. Okay. What do we have here? Oh! Unique gifts. Earth, nurture, nature. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm gonna cry. We are literally the visionaries of a new world. We're healing healing ourselves, allowing our unique vision, our unique gifts to be like, look, this is her heart still, right? We're sharing our gifts in order to heal and change the world. And I know you know that. Everyone says that. That's what we're doing, right? That's what we do. Light workers do that. That's what we do. We heal ourselves. We heal the world. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, I don't think you understand. You are a visionary. You're not just someone who did the work and now you make people's day brighter. No, you're a visionary. You're planting seeds that grow. Do you understand? And it's going to start through your heart. So if you have junk in there, which we all do, don't we? I have junk in there. If you got any junk in your heart, I mean, it's the time, okay? It's the time that we connect through the heart. Okay? It's time we connect through the heart. It's time that we connect through the heart. It's time that we connect through the heart. Through the heart. Through the heart, right? We got the mind stuff going. But, you know, we need to connect through the heart right now. You know what I'm saying? Through the heart. Listen, you're undergoing something that makes you feel a little invulnerable. Invulnerable. Whatever that means. I think it means the same thing as vulnerable. You are feeling vulnerable because you have this. Most people tell you, don't talk about that. Stop. That's so weird. Don't talk about that. You can't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Feel shame. Feel bad. Remember, this is in you, though. Like, you are literally, the core of creation is literally within you guys. We're expanding radically, because we are connected to the infinite. Because we do see things from a higher perspective, right? We do. You know, we're finally receiving ourselves and receiving other people. We're receiving this insight and wisdom without guilt or shame around it. We are literally building a new world. Like, we are alchemizing all of this stuff from your past, you know, lineage and whatever weird relationship ideals that your past people had, or whatever decisions they made that you realize now, like, I don't have to repeat that. I don't have to make my children go through that. You know what I mean? We feel vulnerable, but in that really, you know, muddy, mucky state where we don't see a lot of clarity, if we trust spirit and we get those insights and wisdom, we're going to rise again. And there's going to be new beginnings. There's going to be wonderful new beginnings and starts for us, okay? Because we literally have something to share. We are heart-centered visionaries with unique gifts that are absolutely necessary. So this shame, this grief, you're shedding it. Oh my goodness, look at that. The unspeakable is being made known. You're shedding those limiting beliefs today. During this process, you are shedding those limiting beliefs. You are interconnected in this seamless tapestry that other people are ignoring. You're a visionary. You have the eyes to see. And if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, then you better share it with this world. And that's what I need to realize too. So thank you so much. What is on the bottom of this deck? Earth Star Chakra Initiation. There we go. There we go. You're being initiated. That's why it's so painful. Just so you know, it's easier not to be wise and measure these things by your brains. But those things, new blueprints, stop. Those things are not meant for you. They're meant for you to alchemize and move through. And these limiting beliefs will eventually clear out, and these feelings of worthlessness will actually just be shattered. And this beautiful, brilliant light from your heart center is going to come and spread over everything in your life, be it figurative or not. I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful for you. And I can't wait to see what you do and what you create. And I'm so curious about your unique vision. So please share, please comment. Let me know if this helped you. I'm so grateful that you've been here with me today. Much love.